Welcome to Workday Payroll Pay Components. In this session, we'll define and review payroll components in Workday. In Workday, we refer to earnings, deductions, and associated calculations as pay components. Basically, anything that adds to or subtracts from worker pay is a pay component. In addition, non-gross to net items like employer-paid benefits and employer taxes are also pay components. Earnings increase workers' net pay and include hourly pay, salary, and bonus pay. Deductions reduce workers' net pay and include company-specific scheduled deductions, as well as employee and employer taxes. Associated calculations are calculations and numerical items associated with earnings and deductions. A common associated calculation in payroll is a pay component related calculation, or PCRC. You can use pay component related calculations to display numerical data on pay slips or build more complex calculations. Take the hourly pay earning, for example. You can use a pay component related calculation to display the number of hours worked on a payslip or tally up those hours for further calculations. Workday calls a collection of pay components a pay component group, or PCG. You can use pay component groups to combine items you often use together. For example, adds to gross is a Workday delivered pay component group that includes all pay components that make up gross pay. Each group sums the values of the earnings, deductions, and calculations that it contains. Aggregating them this way can be convenient for payslips and other reports. For a list of all pay component groups, including tenanted PCGs and those PCGs delivered by Workday, run the All Pay Component Groups report. When running a payroll calculation, Workday Payroll retrieves data from several sources. The following data all have the potential to affect payroll results: basic biographical, worker and job, benefit elections, compensation, payroll tax withholding elections, payment elections, absence, withholding orders, time worked, work schedules, and payroll input. Now that we've defined pay components, let's review examples of earnings and deductions. Here is a configured earning. This hourly pay earning calculates hours worked multiplied by hourly rate. This is an example of a medical deduction. When deductions are created, they are also prioritized. To determine how deductions are prioritized in your tenant, as well as whether or not arrears will be tracked and recouped for missed deductions, access the Net Pay Validation and Arrears Rules report. In this session, we've reviewed pay components, pay component groups, and sources of payroll data. Thank you for taking the time to learn with Workday.